published 1700 EDT, the 15th of September 2017, updated 1834 EDT, the 15th of September 2017. Joselu smiles as he relives the month of August. The birth of his first child, Leo. Signing for Newcastle United. A debut goal in a 30 victory. A standing ovation from 52,000 supporters and a personal message from Alan Shearer. Wow, he says. But there were tears, too. He takes a breath, then explains, my dad died in late June. It was sudden. He was not sick. He just stayed asleep. We still don't know why. I had been in Barcelona at a wedding. My sister called to tell me, so when my son was born, my mum cried a lot. She knows my dad will never meet him. It makes you look at life differently. You never know when it will be over. You have to enjoy every day. Joselu has settled quickly at Newcastle United following his summer switch from Stoke CityHis. His father, Ramon, was a well-known writer, artist and municipal official. He was 68 when Joselu scored against West Ham on his first Newcastle start. He pointed to the heavens above St James Park. I felt a lot of emotion in that moment, says the 27-year-old. That was for my dad, when I was coming off and everyone stood up. That sensation was amazing. For once I was glad I was substituted. All of the people in the street are now stopping me. I feel something special here already. There is something of the cult hero about the tattooed 6 feet 3 inches Newcastle frontman. On Saturday, Joselu faces Stoke City, the club who sold him to Newcastle for £5 million last month. He scored 4 times from 10 Premier League starts for Mark Hughes' side after signing from Hanover 2 years ago. He spent last season on loan at Deportivo and was top scorer for Stoke this summer. The problem, he says, was Hughes. I had no chance. I scored goals, I played well, but the manager did not give me a run of games, says the former Real Madrid striker, one of 5 Spaniards now under the charge of compatriot Rafa Benitez on Tyneside. Hughes is the reason I'm not there. He didn't trust me. Now I have a manager who does. When I had the offer to come, it was the only place I wanted to be. There is something of the cult hero about this tattooed 6 feet 3 inches frontman, who was born in Stuttgart in Germany and lived there for 3 years before the family returned to Galicia in northwest Spain. Joselu revealed highs and lows of his first month at Newcastle with Sportsmail's Craig Hope. Aged 11, he moved to live with his aunt 80 miles away after signing for Celta Vigo's academy, starting a new school and returning home at weekends to help in the family restaurant. How hard was that? Not at all, he says. When I left my wife Melanie and son in Madrid last week, that is difficult. But at 11, you are not thinking about tax, cars, or if you have money to eat. You are thinking about playing football and staying out as late as you can there. Your only worries, did he earn a few pesetas in his mother's restaurant? Oh no, I worked for love, he says. I pulled the drinks and took the money. If I wasn't a footballer, I may be running the restaurant now. Why not? The Spaniard dedicated his first goal for Newcastle to his father, who passed away in June. Courted as a schoolboy by Real, Barcelona and Atletico Madrid, there was no chance of Joselu not making it. His mother, Elvira, made him stay with Celta. She knew what was best, he says now. By 18 he had made his debut and 2 years later he signed for Real, his boyhood club. Within 7 days of arriving, manager Jose Mourinho invited him on the pre-season tour to Los Angeles. The plan had been to train with the B team, Real Madrid de Castilla. Even now, 7 years on, there is wide-eyed wonder when Joselu reflects on his 2 seasons at the Bernabeu. I could not believe I trained with the first team so quickly, he recalls. You go to the dressing room and it's Kaká, Raúl, Cristiano Ronaldo, Marcelo, Pepe. You sit and just look at the floor, so young and nervous. Joselu has already become a key man at Newcastle after being largely ignored at Stoke. Real is like another world. In LA we stayed in the hotel and could not go out. We had 200 security guys because there were so many fans. They were banging on the windows shouting, "Where is Ronaldo? Where is Kaká?" You are like, "Hey, Cristiano, come over here," because they have no idea who you are. Joselu returned to the B team and was top scorer along with Alvaro Morata, the Chelsea striker and close friend with whom he has a wager over this season's goals returned. In May of his first year, Mourinho told Joselu that a place on the bench for a home match against Almeria awaited if he trained well, which he duly did. "I asked for 50 tickets and the other players were like, 'You are a young player, you don't ask for 50 tickets, my friend,' but I got them," he says. "When Mourinho told me to warm up I only watched the clock. Come on, please, put me on. I'm warm, I'm ready." I replaced Karim Benzema in the 85th minute and 60 seconds later Cristiano crossed and I scored. I ran to Cristiano and was like, "Thank you, thank you, thank you." Incredible. The 27-year-old faces his former club Stoke City in the Premier League on Saturday. The next day we had a big game for Castilla. I went to the hotel to rest, but the emotion of it all, I was so high that my body just crashed overnight. I was seriously sweating, a temperature of 39.5 C, and I couldn't play. That is what the dream come true does to you. The following season Joselu made his second and final appearance, scoring again within minutes of coming on. He quit Madrid for top-flight football in Germany. "I don't regret it. I wanted to play," he says, and scored 29 goals during 3 seasons with Hoffenheim, Eintracht Frankfurt and Hanover. Last year, with Deportivo, he netted twice in a 3-2 defeat at Real. "I have more goals per minute in that stadium than anyone else, even Cristiano," he laughs. For the record, his return is 4 goals in 50 minutes. Does anything beat the feeling of scoring at the Bernabeu? Joselu has scored more goals per minute at Bernabeu than Cristiano Ronaldo. When you hear your baby cry and you take him and he is suddenly calm. "This is the best feeling in the world," he says. His wife, son and mother are set to arrive in Newcastle for the first time this week. Leo already has his Newcastle strip, a new player for the academy, he jokes. It is his only football shirt, so now he supports us. "My dad would have been proud." After a summer of tears, Joselu is smiling once more.